Hi, we are ArcCloud, and we are based in Ipswich, Queensland, in Australia. And we have a product called ArcCloud, which is uh, for integrating applications for ETL, automation, and workflow. And you can use ArcCloud as an alternative for Bespoke, SSIS, Azure Logic Apps, Azure Functions, AWS Lambda, functions, and AWS step functions. So our cloud is capable of rapid development and deployment. We're low code development. We have a drag and drop orchestration designer, and it is web based, so there is no need for installation. We have a wide range of connectors, and we are building new connectors and offer the development of custom connectors. And we are available in iPaaS or self-hosted in on-premise or virtual public cloud. So today, uh, I'm going to give a demonstration of our ArcNoSQL database, which is a document-oriented NoSQL or non-relational database system that provides high performance, scalability, and flexibility for handling large amounts of structured and semi-structured data. So to demonstrate, we will give you uh, a demo of the NoSQL database. So if you register to our service, you will have access to the integration menu, and in the integration menu you can access the Arc NoSQL database, and here we can create a database or view the existing one. So we already have created a Northwind Arc NoSQL database, and we can look at the data uh, and browse through the documents uh, that are uploaded to that NoSQL container. So we're going to do a demo, and before we do that, I would like to show you the two components that we have generated to basically uh, allow us to send or upload JSON data or to retrieve JSON data from our NoSQL database. So the first one is the Arc NoSQL sender, which is used for uploading or updating uh, JSON documents to an Arc NoSQL database. And the second connector is the Arc NoSQL receiver, which is used for retrieving JSON data from an Arc NoSQL database. So let's start. So once you registered, you will have access to the integration, and you can click on orchestration designer, and that will basically open up the orchestration designer window. So we'll start by grabbing a start connector and then a string data source. So we're going to upload a JSON data to a Arc NoSQL database by using a Arc NoSQL sender. And then we are going to retrieve the data uploaded uh, to the database by using the Arc NoSQL receiver. So we will retrieve two. We will have two retrievers. One is going to retrieve uh, the one document or one record, and the other one will retrieve uh, multiple documents. So uh, let's then drag a finish connector to terminate the orchestration. So we'll save that as a demo 7 uh, Arc NoSQL connectors. So we'll save that. And first, we're going to create a database, ArcNoSQL database, and we'll do that in the ArcNoSQL menu. So we'll create a database. We'll say cloud uh, 99, and we'll create that. And then we won't create a collection, so we'll generate the collection from the orchestration, but we have to copy the ID of the generated database and then put that in the designer. So in the designer, so we'll paste that ID, and we'll say we'll create a customers collection. Input is array, so we'll upload an array of customers, and we'll say out to create collection. So for the retriever, we'll set the same ID, we'll set the same customers. We will leave the filter to blank to retrieve all of the records, and we will set filter expression. Filter is expression. We will unset that, and we will leave the max document, so it will only retrieve 100 records at most. And then for the other record, we're going to also populate the same Arc database ID, the collection, same collection. For the filter, we're going to set a filter, uh, which is uh, basically we'll just retrieve the record with an ID of ALFKI. So it should return only one record. Okay, now for the data source that we're going to populate, so this is going to be a JSON array, uh, and it will be uh, this data here. So next, we'll save that and we'll play it. So when you hit play, you need to uh, allow the pop-up blocker because it opened up in a new window. So when you hit play, the orchestration is going to be sent to the backend. It is going to be parsed, and it's going to be uh, processed by one of the dev servers, and then the dev server will execute the orchestration, and it will return a feedback to the UI. So green means that there is no error encountered. So from the looks of it, everything is good. So we'll study the data flowing through each of the nodes. So the input is a JSON array, and it is sent to the Arc NoSQL sender, and it is uploaded to the database that we created earlier, and then the retriever basically uh, receive the data from the database, and the other receiver should only receive one record, so it basically just received the ALFKI, so in the output, so there's only one record in there. So let's have a look at the database itself. So we created Cloud 99. We'll look at the data. So the customers has been created because that is the collection that we specified in the connector, and then we basically have uploaded all this data. So there are about 100 records, or maybe 100, yeah. So to deploy this orchestration, uh, we can you just have to click on save and close, and then we'll deploy that by clicking on the deploy link in the menu, and then it will, and then click on the create, and basically it will be processed in the backend, and a server will pick it up and execute it. So we'll reload the page. So it will take maybe 10 seconds or so to deploy. So okay, so it has been deployed to the server called ArcBishop, and once the remark says that it's running, then it means that it's already executed. So this orchestration is basically it's only, it will be run one time, so there is no repetition. There's no timer. We haven't introduced any timer, so it will not be repeated. It will be only executed one time. So now it's running. You can click on the graph to see the progress, and it looks like it's completed. So you can check on the logs, and here we can say that the ArcNoSQL connector has been executed. So uh, click on the graph, and that is basically the execution result. So that's it. Thank you for participating in the demo.